line 10, and she's obsessed with her lover.
Maya.
Hi, David.
Hi, Maya. How old are you?
22.
What do you mean obsessed?
Well, I'm obsessed with my girlfriend. I mean,
Tell me what obsessed is.
well, what I think obsessed is when you can't get enough of the person, and I completely don't trust her, no matter what.
Can you speak up? You don't trust her? How old is she?
She's 28.
What do you mean you don't trust her?
I just don't trust her. I feel that, I don't know what I feel. It's just, if the phone rings, I have to know who it is. Or if it's her ex-girlfriend.
Oh, you're insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
And how does she address your insecurity?
She just tells me that she loves me and that I have nothing to worry about, and I believe her,
But
it just won't sink in. It's just really tough.
okay. And the reason it's tough is because you don't feel worthy
Of her?
of anyone.
Why is that?
You tell me.
Boy.
Is that true?
What do you mean by I don't feel worthy?
You don't feel you deserve someone else's love. You want it, you demand it, but down deep you don't believe it, that when you get it, that you're entitled to have it because you generate that love in the other person. You don't believe that you're that valuable a person. You think someone else can replace you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you felt like that?
Over her?
Over everybody.
Just over her. I never felt like that with anyone else.
Really?
Yeah.
You never felt deserving when you were growing up? Undeserving, rather?
Undeserving?
Yeah.
Of relationships?
No,
People-
undeserving, period. I'm talking about your self-esteem.
Yeah. I have.
All right, so it's been a problem all your life, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what jealousy is about. It's always about insecurity and a low self-esteem. Where did that come from, do you think?
Wow. I probably haven't had the best life,
Tell me about your parents.
My parents?
Yeah, how did they treat you? When you're around your mother, the feeling you had about yourself was?
Never good enough.
Okay. Doesn't that say the whole thing? Okay. So if you didn't feel ever that you were good enough around your mother, the feeling you have around your lover is that somehow or other someone is going to be better than you. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Is this your first relationship?
No, it's
Speak up.
not. No, it's not. It's, I would say the second serious
Okay.
relationship. We live together.
All right. In the other relationship did you have, was this a problem?
There wasn't a problem. I think I was just too young, and I kind of wanted to go on and do my own thing. So
In other words, it was experimental. You had no investment.
right.
Okay. That happens. You sometimes think, gee, I'm invincible. I'll move on. I'm young. I'm beautiful. I can do whatever I want. And then you really care about another person, and you learn to love. And then you realize how much you could lose if the other person rejected you. Isn't that right? And then the next thing that hits you is other situations in your life where you felt rejected because you weren't good enough. And then you plug into that old feeling from your childhood, the feeling you had around your mother, the feeling that you had that somehow or other you weren't good enough, and you're left with that feeling of desperation, powerlessness, helplessness, a feeling of loneliness, a feeling of something bad is about to happen to you. Doesn't that make sense?
Very much.
So what you're having is a memory of your mother, not so much an experience of what's going on in the relationship with your girlfriend. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so what you need to do, and if you love this woman and this woman loves you, what you do after she's on the phone with someone, you say, look at me, I know you love me and I know you want to reassure me, but the truth is I'm having remembrance of my mother's lack of feeling of support of me. And I got to talk to you about my feelings about my mother right now because they're intruding in our relationship. It's not about you and I, it's about my mother and I, and start talking about them. That way you'll be able to talk about your feelings of jealousy, but they're really feelings of insecurity that your mother fostered. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Then your friend can be helpful to you, won't feel that you're being obnoxious by being stuck on this, and you'll be able to grow and maybe grow closer together. Arlene, thank you for your help tonight.
Good night, David.
Difficult times. We've got to get through them. We're one community. We've got to love each other. We've got to find a way to get through this. Come on, remember, we all share feelings. We're all human.